So we're going to use these OHLC values to proceed further and create a candlestick. Notice that the opening price is $50 and the closing price is $53. So we automatically know that the price has gone up. Let's say that the opening price is 50 and we can mark it right here. The closing price has to be slightly larger and will be placed above. If the closing price is right about here, the difference between these two is called the body. This is the body of the candlestick. And since price has gone up, we're going to color it in green. And then we can go ahead and place in the high and the low. So the high is 54 and we can draw a line upwards from the body, and for the low we have to draw a line downwards towards the low. Notice that the high is just $1 above the close, therefore the length of the line above towards the high is shorter, whereas the length of the line towards the low is longer. This particular candlestick hasn't been drawn to scale, but on our charts it is drawn to scale. These lines that you see are generally referred to as the wick. Now there can be many different kinds of candlesticks, and these are all based on the OHLC values. Practice makes perfect, and I'm wondering whether you are willing to do what is required to succeed. So I need you to practice making the following candlesticks with the OHLC values given here. There are 5 of these OHLC values, and therefore there will be 5 different candlesticks that you will be making. I want you to pause this video and solve this short assignment before proceeding any further. When we proceed, I'm going to solve all 5 of these, and if you've done them in advance, you will see where you made those mistakes, and this will help you correct your mistakes and be better at understanding candlesticks. Now while you're at it, also please subscribe to my channel so that you can be updated every time I put up a new video. So let's proceed further now. We'll take the first set of OHLC values. The opening price is 25, the high is 35, the low is 20, and the closing is 30. So just looking at these values, we can see that the open was 25 and the close was 30, which means that this is going to be a green candle because price has risen during this time period. So we make the body. We start out with 25 and move upwards to 30. And now we can add the upper wick at 35 and the lower wick at 20. So this is what your candle should look like. Were you able to get this right? I hope that you did, because this was pretty simple. If you have any problems, leave a comment and I'll try to answer your question as soon as possible. Let's do another one. So here we have the OHLC values at 110, which is the open, 110 which is the high, 80 as the low, and 105 as the closing. So just looking at these values, once again we look at the open and the close, and we know that this is a red candle because price has fallen during this time period. So we'll start out with 110 and then we'll move downwards, which will give us the body of the candle. And now we can put in our high. Now the high is 110 and there is no upper wick because the opening price was 110 as well, and then price just didn't go up any further up. It just started to fall. But we do have a lower wick, and we can draw this by a line moving downwards, and that goes down to 80. So this is what the candle should look like. Let's do the remaining 3. The OHLC values are 15, 20, 15 and 18. It's a green candle. Price has risen. We'll start from the 15 and move it up to all the way to 18. And then we have the upper wick at 20, but do we have a lower wick? There is no lower wick. That's because the opening price was 15 and the low was also 15. The next one, OHLC values are 7, 10, 2 and 7. So is this going to be a green candle or a red candle? Well, price remained the same during this time period. It opened at 7 and it closed at 7. So we're just going to draw a straight line because it started at the same price as it ended, right? However, we do have an upper wick. It goes up to 10 and then it goes down to 2. So it looks something like a cross, but it doesn't have a body. This kind of a candlestick is called a doji candlestick. Now, doji candlesticks do not have a body. Now let's attempt the last one. The OHLC values are 40, 40, 20 and 20. So right off the start we know that this is a red candle because price has fallen. We'll start with 40 and we'll move all the way down to 20. But are there any upper wicks or lower wicks here? The high and the low are 40 and 20. So I guess we're missing some wicks here, right? This is a proper candle, right? We don't have any wicks. So some people ask that, whether this is going to be an actual candlestick or not. Yes, it is going to be. And this kind of a candlestick is called a Marbuzu candlestick. We'll study more about these a little later on. And in the next video, I'm going to go over some frequently asked questions students ask regarding candlesticks. It's a short video. If you go through it, it's automatically going to answer some of your own questions.